So today our topic is male reproductive system. But before going to know about the male reproductive system here, we have to talk a little bit about the reproduction. Why reproduction is necessary? Reproduction is necessary because every organism wants to proceed and continue their next generation. If it is not so, then nobody will exist in this world. For example, if we see all the organisms recently, so this is all because of reproduction. Now if we talk about the human reproductive system, so it is the most advanced in all the mammals because it protect its embryo, and after the protection of embryo, the humans also look after their babies when they deliver and when they came to this new world. So now talking about the male reproductive system. In male reproductive system we have pair of testes, ducts, for example pipes, glands which secrete the hormones or other fluids, external genitalia like the penis. Okay, so starting from the testes, and testes we this is also called the male gonads, and it is located in a scrotum. Scrotum is a pouch like structure which enclosed the testes. After that, each testis contain around 250 to 300 lobules. And what are lobules? Lobules are contain 1 to 4 seminiferous tubules. For example, if we take a lobule like this, so it will contain seminiferous tubule. And what this seminiferous tubule is for? What is the purpose of this seminiferous tubule? So in seminiferous tubules, a process called spermatogenesis, where the formation of sperm occur. So the seminiferous tubule is responsible for the production of sperms. For example, spermatogenesis process occur here, and after that testosterone hormone which are produced by the Leyden cells present between the seminiferous S. I wrote here the S in shortcut form, for example seminiferous tubules. So S is used for the seminiferous tubule. You can see here the seminiferous tubule in a coiled shape. It contains the Leyden cells inside it or between it, and the function of the Leyden cell is to produce the hormone called testosterone. This testosterone is responsible for the production of sperms. Secondly, we come to know about the epididymis. So epididymis is the structure which is located here on the dorsal side, or we can also say that on the back side of the testes, and it is a chyle duct. You can see it is a chyle duct. But if we take this chyle duct and we want to straighten it, so it can extend up to 6 meter, or we can easily say that its length is 6 meter. If we count it in feet, so it becomes around 20 feet. And what is the function of the epididymis? The function of the epididymis of this portion, you can see this is the epididymis in the green color. Its function is to temporarily restore the sperms, and after that enable the sperm to become or to have to gain this ability to swim fastly. Okay, and also give the nutrients, or we can also say that nourishment is provided to the sperms by the epididymis. So this was all about the epididymis and testes. These are done, and the next we can say the vasa efferentia. Vasa efferentia, you can see these small tubes which connects the seminiferous tubule to the, which is called the seminiferous tubules to the epididymis. Okay, so the function of vasa efferentia, these tubes, is first of all they transfer the sperms. They transfer the sperms from the seminiferous tubules. This is seminiferous tubule. So this vasa efferentia, take the sperms from this place, and this place is called a seminiferous tubule. So where they carry the sperm? They carry the sperm from the seminiferous tubule to the epididymis. This is the epididymis area. Okay, so this was the function of the vasa efferentia. If we talk about its number, it ranges from 10 to 20 in number. Okay, first it collects sperms from the seminiferous tubule and then it carries sperms to the epididymis portion. So this was all about the vasa efferentia. Now on third, we are talking about the urethra. Urethra is on not on the third number but on the fourth. Urethra is the terminal portion. Terminal means the last portion where the semen and the urine excrete out of the body. Okay, and its last portion, it itself is the terminal portion. This is the terminal portion, and then the terminal portion of the urethra, this is called urethral orifice. This is the utmost last portion of the urethra, this urethral orifice, and urethra is the last portion of the male reproductive system where urine and semen excrete out of the body. What is semen? Semen means when the sperms combine with the accessory glands. This is called what? This is called semen. And what are accessory glands? Accessory glands contain seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and bulbourethral glands. Now talking about the seminal vesicle, which are counted in these three, are the portion of the accessory gland. Accessory glands contain these three. Number first, seminal vesicle. So what is seminal vesicle? You can see here seminal vesicle is located in the green color. Its function is to provide alkaline fluid. It produces such fluid which contain or which have higher pH. For example, we have normal pH of approximately 7, and above 7 we have alkaline fluid. Alkaline fluid have say pH more than 7, and this alkaline fluid then contain the sugar for the sperms, the acidic ascorbic acid, the vesiculase enzyme. So the function of the vesiculase enzyme, this enzyme function is to, this is also called coagulating enzyme because it coagulate or it aggregate the cells. Okay, next one is, and this is done the seminal vesicle. Next one comes the prostate gland. This is the prostate gland. So in the diagram you can see the prostate gland here. In the blue color you can see the prostate gland. The function of the prostate gland is to encircles urethra just below the bladder. You can see this gland, the prostate gland, just below the bladder. This is the urinary bladder in the black color. This is the urinary bladder, and just below the bladder this is prostate gland. And the function of prostate gland, it provide some enzymes, for example hyaluronidase. Now I am coming to the towards the function of hyaluronidase, but first I want to throw light on this portion. For example, if we talk about this gland, the prostate gland, so it surrounds the urethral portion. Okay, and its function is to secrete citrate. So what is citrate? Citrate is a milky and acidic fluid, and this milky and acidic fluid, what it does, it actually provide nutrients for the sperms. The function of this prostate gland is to produce citrate. What it produce? Citrate. And what citrate does? Citrate gives food to the sperm. Okay, in nature if we see how it look like, so you can see it is a milky and acidic fluid in nature. Okay, and secreted by the prostate gland. Now there is also another function of the prostate gland. For example, the secretion of hyaluronidase. This is hyaluronidase. When the hyaluronidase enzyme secretes, so hyaluronidase enzyme digests the oocyte. Let's see how it does this process. For example, this is a sperm and this is an egg. this sperm contain a portion called acrosome, which is located at the tip of the sperm. The function of this portion, the acrosome, which is located on the tip of the sperm, is to release hyaluronidase enzyme. And what does hyaluronidase enzyme? What is the purpose or what is the function of the hyaluronidase enzyme? Hyaluronidase enzyme, which is secreted by the acrosome, actually it eats or digests the oocyte, which is the oocyte is the portion. Oocyte is the reproductive cell of a female, and the function of this hyaluronidase is to eat this portion and enter itself. The sperm wants to enter itself, so after that this area is surrounded by different chemicals are released by oocyte, and it prevent the entry of other sperms. Okay, so hyaluronidase enzyme digests the oocyte of the female reproductive cell. Now it comes to bulbourethral or Cowper's gland, which is located on this portion. You can see this is the bulbourethral or Cowper gland, this portion. And what it does, it secretes clear and thick mucus as well as alkaline fluid, because in urethra we have acidic environment. Here all the environment is acidic. So in acidic environment, sperms will ultimately die, and in order to prevent the sperms from the death, we have to secrete alkaline environment for this. In our body, in male body, what how this function is performed, how the alkaline environment is provided in order to prevent the acidic environment, because acidic environment then kills the sperm. So alkaline environment is provided by this gland, which is called the bulbourethral gland. Okay, now it comes to waist difference. Waist difference, what is the waist difference? Actually it is the portion of not the accessory glands, but it is a separate portion. Now the function of waist difference is the it is elongated from the epididymis to pelvic cavity. From epididymis, this is epididymis, and the waist difference is started from this portion, and at the end it comes to the ejaculatory duct. But before the ejaculatory duct, it comes to the seminal vesicle. This is the seminal vesicle. Okay, and from then the seminal vesicle it comes to prostate, and prostate from urethra. So this was all about the male reproductive system. Now one thing remains here, prostaglandins. What prostaglandins do? Prostaglandin is actually active lipids, and its function is to decrease the mucus viscosity, and after that it stimulates reverse peristalsis in uterus. So after the stimulation of reverse peristalsis in uterus, it it becomes easy for the sperms to go to the target of the female reproductive system. And one thing I have to clear about the reproductive system of male, that why nature produced produced eggs or testicles outside of the body, because in epididymis sperms can only be for a time. For example, if we say that it can only sustain 35 degrees centigrade, and 35 degrees centigrade, if the temperature rises from the 35 degrees centigrade, so sperms will die. In order to prevent the sperms from the death, nature produced eggs or testicles outside the body, because if we talk about inside of the body, here the temperature is 37 degrees centigrade, and in 37 degrees centigrade sperms die. That is why nature produced testicles outside of the body, where the temperature is 35 degrees centigrade. 35 degrees. So I hope you all understand. If you didn't understand about the topic, so you can repeat and watch the video again. Thank you.